Hello!
Ahoy!
Welcome to another episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome back. It's the weekly news and chat show from the world famous Bottom of the Stream podcast. We are back
We are.
for another week.
Summary.
We're recording this on a Friday,
Yes.
and it feels a really Friday.
It does. I know what you mean there.
Like it's
It does feel like a
jam-packed
Friday.
of Fridayness.
It's a beautiful day outside. It's just a lovely evening. Pleasant
Yeah.
evening. We've got the window open. It's great. Some nice air coming in.
Yeah. Weekend vibes, man.
Weekend vibes.
But you're listening to this on a Monday, which is fine also.
Yeah, that sucks. No, Mondays suck.
Yeah, but you've got we're trying to
We're giving
get
Friday
some of
energy
the
to
Friday
a Monday
vibe to the Monday,
Monday.
listener.
I like it.
And that's
We've got the
what we
whole
should be
weekend
about.
ahead of us, and
Yeah.
yours is just gone. That's gone now. But you've got the memories of it. Have you been, Nick?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah? What have you been up to?
I went away
Oh, yeah,
for a
you
few
did
days
go away for a few days.
because we recorded out of order.
Yeah, it was very confusing few
And-
weeks for myself.
So
I
we
live my
had,
life by this podcast.
we had to
so-
play with time a little bit.
Yeah, just a bit.
And I went camping. I was this time last weekend. I was probably sitting around outside the tent.
Getting ready to sleep inside it.
Yeah,
How was that?
drinking a beer or something. Yeah, it was brilliant.
Good.
I had a really good time. Do you know what? I'm going to do I'm going to do a quick proud dad moment as well.
Go on.
Because my eldest daughter, as you know, there's loads of kids on this campsite. They mingle, they go and play and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And my eldest daughter absolutely smashed the face off some toxic masculinity.
Really? What happened?
She's down there playing rugby with a couple of other lads,
Yeah.
like around her age, and just walk down as you keep an eye on them, check on them a bit, and I heard one of the lads go, "She's a girl. How can she kick this ball so far?" And then I was watching them play for a bit, and she was outrunning them and put them in their place. She did.
Excellent.
And I went back and I was telling my wife what I'd seen. I was like, that's not taught behaviour from like a school. That's like
Parents.
learnt from your parents.
100%.
And it's like, am I naive that like that is still?
Yeah. I think you are, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because it is still a thing, but...
Like to see a kid of
Good for her, though.
seven or so be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, girls, you can't do that. You're a girl." And
Yeah.
I'm just like, screw you.
You wouldn't think that in this day and age, because girls have been doing things equally with boys. In our back in our day,
It's a shame
it
for
didn't
me
happen,
to see it.
but it's a shame to see
at
it
that age.
yeah,
Still,
definitely. Good for her though for
Anyway.
kicking their ass and
Yeah.
sorting it out.
Exactly. Yes. So I had a great weekend. Yeah. How about you? How have you
Good.
been?
Yeah, I'm all right. It's been a bit of a crazy few weeks, but I've got through it. It's good. Everybody's happy. We're all good.
And we are we're into season 9 of this show.
We are. We really are.
Which
It's
is-
crazy.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. I love doing this show.
And
I can't see it ending anytime soon.
and last week we talked about Catty Catty. It
We
was
did.
the first movie we've talked about in season 9.
It was. It's top of the stream and bottom of the stream currently. It's a Kenyan movie.
Yeah.
Well, did you having a bit of time now? It's been a while since we watched it now. Due to
You know when
recording
you
issues
said
and things.
on the episode, or when we picked, it might have been last week on the wave when we picked it out. You're like, "Have we ever been to Kenya before?"
Yeah.
It did then occur to me in the week, was endangered species set in Kenya? It might have been,
Oh yes, it might have been.
but I don't know if it was actually
It
filmed.
wasn't a Kenyan movie.
This
though,
is
was
a
it? This
yes,
is a full-on
a
Kenyan movie.
movie.
And it's good.
Really good.
It's a good little hidden gem.
Yeah.
It's the first time somebody mentioned in our Discord today. It's the first time in a long time where pretty much across the board we've all agreed that it's a good movie.
It really had
Doesn't
something
happen
about
very
it,
often.
didn't it?
Yeah, it really did. It had a sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would give it a recommend. Catty
Me too. It's
Catty.
a hidden gem. We've started season 9 strong.
Yeah.
With a little hidden gem.
Yeah.
Which is always good.
Yeah, go and check it out. Go and check the episode out. Go and check
Yeah,
the
the
movie
episode's
out.
out there now, and the movie's obviously still on Netflix.
And yeah, we move on.
We move on. Shall we start this wave with some Netflix news?
Let's do it.
What have we got?
So this week we have got a few interesting bits of news. There's one. There's one I can't wait to talk to you about.
Oh, really?
But first, before that, we will talk about Amazon Prime, possibly the of the big streaming services, the one that we talk least about.
Yeah, probably. I would
Probably
say.
behind Netflix and Disney. But news has arrived this week that Amazon are now looking at plans to launch their own tier of Prime Video that is ad supported.
Interesting.
They've seen what Netflix have been doing, and they've gone, we fancy a bit of that.
We can do that. Now, I'm not massively sure on this, but can you watch Prime Video without? Is there a way
Yes.
to watch Prime Video
You can
without having Amazon
You
Prime?
can subscribe to
Just
Prime, Video.
Okay, I didn't know
Yes.
that. Okay,
You don't have to have Amazon Prime. There is a different price point.
okay,
For
interesting.
that.
I didn't know that.
Do you? I have Amazon Prime, so I get it. Is that what you?
Yes, that's
saying?
what I do as
Yeah.
well. Yeah,
Um,
I think Amazon Prime as a whole package is well worth the money.
yeah. So I mean, this is Forbes who are reporting this, so it has got an American spin on it, obviously. But so yeah, Prime Video free for customers who pay $14.99 per month for Prime membership, or available on its own for $8.99.
Wow. Okay.
An Amazon spokesperson did not confirm or deny the reports of an ad-supported tier, and told Forbes the company does not comment on rumours or speculation.
Fair. I mean, do Amazon need to be doing this, or are they just getting involved because they can?
I mean, it feels to me like a sort of, well, why not? If it gets us...
Yeah.
We're not going to spend that much more, and if it gets us
Not
a
really
couple of
losing
million
anything.
more people...
Yeah, you're
then,
not losing anything by doing it, are you? If
and
you-
we'll
you-
probably, they could...
all they can do is gain.
Well, the thing is, Amazon might just fill it with Amazon ads.
Yeah. Yeah.
On Netflix,
Yeah.
on their advertising,
Yeah.
I'd like someone who's got the Netflix ad tier
Yeah.
to let us know. Do Netflix advertise themselves on it?
I bet they do.
Like, when when you're watching Prime,
Yeah.
you still get, don't you? I know you can skip past it, but if you press play on a program on Prime,
Yeah, you'll get a
you
trailer
get
or something.
a start of a trailer for a movie of one of their own shows.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen on Disney or on Netflix, does it?
No, it does happen on Apple TV.
Okay.
But no, it doesn't happen on Disney or Netflix. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what sort of adverts Netflix are putting out there.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. It makes you wonder. So the thing that infuriates me the most in my life is I've got a Cineworld Unlimited card.
Yeah.
And you'll go to an unlimited screening. So only people in that room, everybody in that room's got an unlimited card.
Yeah.
And they'll still advertise the unlimited card before the film starts. And I'm like, you're wasting everybody's time.
When you go to one of those
It
unlimited
infuriates me.
screenings, do you still get the whole
Yeah.
pantheon of adverts and trailers? And
Yeah.
Because you go to cinema quite a lot.
Yes.
Do you see? If I had one of those cards, I think I'd be in a right quandary, because I'd be like, I think it'd annoy me that I was wasting my time sitting through the same adverts and trailers so often, but I wouldn't want to risk missing this film.
It's so
like a
stupid.
bit of the
I
film.
go to the cinema every week and I still turn up at the exact time when it tells me to. And I know I'm going to sit there for 25 minutes watching adverts and trailers, but I still do it. And even if I leave the house a few minutes late, I'm like, oh, I'm going to be late. And I'm like, and then I just sit for 20 minutes watching the same adverts I watch every week. It is frustrating.
It's an absolute vicious circle.
Skipping off that, I want to change the subject
That's
slightly.
fine. No, absolutely.
I went
go
to the
for it.
cinema this week. I'll
Yeah.
talk about what I went to see. And there was 4 trailers before. The film I went to see was a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's an 18 horror movie. 15, I think. It's a high-end horror movie. There was 4 trailers before it.
Yeah.
There's 3 other horror movies
To be expected.
to be expected. And the Take That musical.
Oh, lovely.
And I was like, that feels really out of place in this room. And it was like, that must be being trailed in front of every single film. It must
Yeah.
be. I
But
didn't even know it was becoming a thing, but it's apparently becoming a thing.
Because kind of the reason Take That and many of the bands have hit that comeback trail, isn't it? Because they came to fame on the height of a sort of teeny
Yeah.
bop fans, but now those fans are
Middle-aged women.
affluent
Yeah.
and can pay £80 to go and watch a
Yeah.
stadium show. Which I kind of similarly, it makes sense why that would be in front of an adult movie, I
Yeah.
guess.
It just
But
made me
it
laugh.
does seem out of sync with
it
the
seems
rest
very
of the
out of
trailers,
place in this room where there's 6 people in here watching this movie.
Yeah.
This Take That trailer feels very out of place, and it did feel really weird. But I'll come back onto what I actually watched later.
No problem.
But yeah, I mean, I can understand why Amazon are doing that. I don't think they need to, but I would imagine the majority of Amazon Prime Video customers are Amazon Prime members. I don't think there's many
You've
people
got to
paying.
think so.
There's not many people paying just for the Amazon Prime Video, sure.
Yeah.
Because Amazon Prime is so worth the money itself.
Yes, I wouldn't have thought. I'd be interested to see that breakdown.
Yeah, I would as well.
Okay.
Cool. Good Amazon talk. We don't talk Amazon very often.
I'm just going to tell you some stuff and you just react.
Okay.
So we know your and my favourite movie director, Zack Snyder, has the big Christmas Netflix movie.
He does indeed.
Coming in December.
Star Wars Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon, which is not a Star Wars movie,
Okay.
but is influenced by that. And many are saying is his take on Star Wars. Well, Vanity Fair did a piece this week. Basically, the first set pictures from this movie and an interview with Snyder. And we know that Snyder's a guy
Here we do.
who likes to have a few different cuts of his movies. He's how many years is he stretched out of Justice League?
Many.
Well,
what year length in film?
yeah. Turns out Rebel Moon is now going to be released as 2 movies
Okay.
instead of 1.
Right.
Because he had conversations with Netflix. They weren't quite in agreement with the length of this epic movie. So it's going to be released in 2 parts.
Okay. Which implies that he wanted it to be at least, 4 hours long?
Yes.
Because an epic sci-fi movie is not going to be a 90-minute film, even if you split it into 2.
Sure.
These are going to be 2 2-hour films.
Or thereabouts, I would have said.
Yeah.
Now, there's no release dates confirmed for the 2 parts other than Snyder says they will be close together.
Okay. It's coming at Christmas, isn't it?
Yes.
So surely you do them like a week apart over the Christmas break.
Yeah. So Snyder said he, according to the interview with Vanity Fair, he bemoaned the fact that shortening the movie would ruin its character arcs and themes. Therefore, the solution of splitting it up into 2 movies was agreed upon instead. Snyder says that both parts of Rebel Moon will be released fairly close to one another by Netflix. But there is more.
Okay.
Each part of Rebel Moon will be released with 2 cuts.
Fuck's sake. Right.
One intended for all ages and another intended for adults that skews closer to Zack Snyder's vision.
The director of the movie.
Correct.
Okay.
So there will essentially be 4 movies being released of this one movie. Have we reached peak Zack Snyder overkill?
Yes, and this is possibly also peak Netflix.
Yeah.
Because there's been some hearty disagreements in writing rooms and studio rooms here. Because how are Netflix allowing that to happen? 4 movies to get me 1 movie. 2, how is Snyder allowing Netflix to allow that to happen? Oh, it's mental. We
don't agree with some of the themes here. We want to chop this movie down. I don't want you to chop this movie down.
Have 4
Can
instead.
we release it? Can we release my version and your version at the same time? And this whole thing where there's like, you hear about it. Oh, there's a whole like, he has this huge fan following that wants to see the Snyder cut of all his movies. I'm like, I don't think that exists.
No, I don't think that exists.
Not to the levels that it would make a difference to go to this effort to release 4 cuts of a movie.
I kind of got it with the Justice League thing because that movie was terrible. And the movie that got released was terrible.
Yeah.
So fans wanted to see what Snyder's version of it was.
And he had to drop out of that movie.
Yeah.
So.
And fans wanted to see what his vision was, which is fair. And then his vision was mental and stupid and far too long. But now it's like this whole thing has grown around him that doesn't exist. It's not a thing. And now Netflix are letting him release 4 films to get 1 story out. It's insane.
I will say right now as well,
I am not watching any one of those 4
No,
movies.
I always say, right now, when we're sitting here in December, like that first 28 days, all of these will be counted together
Of course they will, yeah.
by Netflix.
100%.
And it's their next way of going, this is our
the biggest
most
movie of all
watched
time.
movie ever, because we are counting it 4 fucking
times.
times.
For one movie. Imagine if you watched the first half as the adult version and the second half as the kids version.
Oh, sure.
You'd be like, the fucking second half was garbage.
It'd be like, them books that you had as a kid, where you have like a person,
Yeah.
and the page would be split into 3 horizontal
Make your
stripes.
own, like-
Yeah, and you could like change the trousers it was wearing or the face on the top. It'd be like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna mix and match my Rebel Moons.
I can't.
It seems like absolute madness to me.
It seems like mad. I could maybe understand it if it was a big established franchise that this was happening to. But nobody even knows if this is going to be any good. That's the thing. This could be 4 terrible movies.
Having said all that, I did quite like his zombie one his last movie that came out on Netflix. I thought it was alright. It was still too long and pretentious, but there was something alright in there.
First part comes out on the 22nd of December.
Yeah, we await news of part 2.
I imagine I would be surprised if that's not out before New Year.
I think you do. Yeah, I think you do one just before Christmas, and maybe you do New Year's Eve, or you do first week of
January
2024. So, it's absolutely bonkers.
That is a
one.
ludicrous news story. Let's move on.
Couldn't make it up.
What's next?
The Mother
The Mother.
continues its rise
Okay.
up the Netflix charts and is now well embedded in Netflix's all-time top 10 movies.
Wow.
If you're talking about the number of hours it was watched on the first 28 days of release.
Which, that's what they do, to be fair. That is their main
The Mother
barometer.
has kicked out The Irishman,
Wow.
which is like really long. So
Yeah, it was like twice as long as The Mother.
yeah, it's in the top 10 of all time. I don't know if anyone saw that coming.
I don't think they did.
Jennifer Lopez is back, baby.
Have you seen it yet?
No,
Not me.
I haven't heard anyone say I've watched it.
No, it's like Avatar, isn't it?
I don't remember any. I mean, I don't recall anyone in the Discord saying I've.
No, I
I've
don't
watched
either.
The Mother.
I don't think it's been mentioned in there at all, to be fair. I feel like I need to watch it now.
Yeah.
But I still haven't watched The Irishman either, so...
But at least The Mother feels like it is, regardless if it's any good or not, putting that aside, it does feel like it has got that sort of easy Saturday, Friday or Saturday night watch to it.
Yeah. It's a pizza and a Magnum movie.
I think so.
Cool. Good for them. Next.
Queen's Gambit
Oh, yeah.
is back
It's coming back, is it?
in game form.
Right, okay.
The Queen's Gambit chess game releases in July.
Wow, okay.
July the
Interesting.
25th. A new mobile game, The Queen's Gambit Chess. It's chess.
But not as we know it.
The official description. Welcome to Beth Harmon's world. Take lessons, play puzzles and matches, or compete against friends in a stunning love letter, which is the award-winning drama. Beyond the chessboard, players can meet familiar faces from the show, visit iconic locations, and more. This is an immersive experience appealing to every type of fan. That's just chess with a...
So you're just going to walk around, meet some people, and then play a game of chess against them.
I mean, I saw it more as just, it's chess with a Queen's Gambit skin,
Yeah.
I reckon. But, again, I expect we'll see more of this. So, we know that Netflix has been buying up, pre-existing mobile games or re-releasing mobile games. But we've not yet seen much of the Netflix licenses.
Yeah, original. There's a couple of Stranger Things ones, isn't there?
Correct. But this is one of those. So
Okay. Netflix gaming has gone really quiet just lately.
Yeah.
Well, there was a point about a year ago probably where we were talking about it all the time. This is our first story on it.
Have you ever tried it?
No, never once. Well, I might have downloaded one and had a quick go, but I've not looked for ages.
Yeah, there's a couple more coming in July. In Cut the Rope, A new version of Cut the
I
Rope.
used to enjoy Cut the Rope.
That was one of the OG
It was,
mobile games. Also listed as coming soon, an action RPG, Lego Legacy, Heroes Unboxed,
Hmm.
and a puzzle adventure game called Paper Trail.
Maybe I'll check it out. See what's on there now. I've not looked for ages.
You play chess?
I can play chess. I don't know if I can.
I'm
play
aware
chess.
of the rules of chess.
Yes, I know how to have a game of chess. I don't know any of the strategy behind it or anything. Next,
Let's talk about that horn dog Robert De Niro.
what is it with horny Hollywood old men just lately?
I said this in the Discord. I feel like I know way too much about Robert De Niro,
Well, this whole Bill Murray story.
Bill Murray, and Al
It's kinda
Pacino's
crazy.
activities. Bill Murray's going out with Khalees.
What? It blew my mind. Completely blew. I'm not allowed on this website, by the way.
That's fine.
So you might have to remember this De Niro story off the top of your head.
I'll pick it up. So Robert De Niro is working for Netflix on a series which we've mentioned before. It's his first sort of TV series. Really, he's done miniseries. His first proper TV. I suppose like Arnie's first one was Fubar, which we might talk about in a bit. 0 Day
Okay.
has had its production suspended.
Because of the Hollywood writer's strike.
Yep, the cast and crew was sent home last week with no return date set, which to me basically means we need to make changes to the script and we're not allowed.
Yeah.
So
possibly.
you're going to have to go home.
Possibly. I mean, there's a lot of TV shows at the minute they're being shut down. This isn't really news anymore. It's just happened a lot.
Yeah,
Did you see the new Full Monty TV show that's coming to Disney Plus?
Yes.
The two writers picketed their own premiere.
Brilliant.
I thought that was great.
You got to stay strong.
Refused to go in.
Got to stay strong.
Had picket placards outside.
This series, just to remind you, stars De Niro, Lizzie Kaplan, Jesse Plemons, Joan Allen, Connie Britton. A 6-episode conspiracy thriller following De Niro's character Mullen, who is pulled back from retirement to head up a commission investigating a global cyber attack.
Wow. I wonder if Pacino and De Niro and all those people knew that when they got to this age, they'd only play retired cops coming back out of retirement.
Yet also be bottle feeding at night.
Yeah. Al Pacino's having a baby at 83. Robert De Niro's having a baby at 79.
And Bill Murray's going
And
out
Bill
with
Murray's
Khalees.
going out with Khalees. 2023 is wild. It is wild. What's next? What is coming next?
I don't know. I don't
Who
know.
is Jack Nicholson dating these days?
Yeah, we're going to find out that Gene Hackman's got something going on, or
Nothing's going to surprise me.
got
After
a
reading
harem
that
or
Bill
something.
Murray is dating Khalees story earlier, nothing is going to surprise me.
Okay.
I read a report about talking about Jack Nicholson earlier this
Right.
week, and apparently he's become a bit of a recluse in his own home. He doesn't go out, doesn't see people anymore. It's pretty sad.
Yep, I imagine his
Sad times.
got a very big house that he could probably get lost in. Does he not still go to the basketball?
No,
Really?
doesn't leave the house apparently. He
Wow.
doesn't go out. He's got dementia as well now so he's in a bad way by the sounds of it.
Yeah, it's tough.
People are starting to get worried because they haven't seen him for months on end.
And this is the thing, isn't it? You know, you don't age as a movie star. When I say that, is because people will still think Jack Nicholson is, well, from whichever role you want to think him from.
Absolutely, Jack Nicholson will always be
But
Jack Torrance, won't he? He's always
time-
going to be that age. It's
Time
timeless.
ticks for everyone.
Time ticks for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, we got quite deep there. Wish him all the best. I love Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next.
Captain America 4 has changed its title.
Okay, what's it called now?
It was going to be called New World Order,
Okay.
and that has been changed.
Because it's probably copyrighted by a few different people, I would imagine.
It will now be called Brave New World.
Oh, okay.
So they've kept two words.
Two words. And just change brave for order. Job done.
And the first set photos have come out this week as well,
Okay.
including Anthony Mackie in full Captain America garb,
Yep.
talking to Harrison Ford.
Nice.
Captain America talking to Indiana Jones.
They both look like they're having a lot of fun as well in that picture.
They do, don't they? There's
Yeah.
like just gesticulating going
Yeah,
on.
there is.
So,
I don't want to say what I feel like Harrison Ford is saying, but it's
what's he
pretty
saying?
racist.
I did this better in your... Oh,
I was
racist.
thinking he's being pretty racist.
Okay.
I don't know why. It just came
That's
into my head like,
Absolutely scandalous.
you're not Chris Evans.
May the 3rd,
Be with you.
2024.
That's a long way off. That's another year away.
Yeah.
Is Harrison Ford in it?
Yes, he's
Oh, okay.
he's
just happened to be on
he's
set.
replacing William Hurt, who is it General Ross?
Yes.
I think was the character. He passed away.
He did.
So yeah.
Cool. Okay. Good Marvel news. Going all over the shop today.
Let's just because I think we're not contractually obliged, but
We're not contractually obliged to do anything. We don't even have to be here.
Yeah, that's true. But just to balance it out, some DC news.
Okay.
And it is being reported by a few outlets that Andy Muschietti, who is the director behind The Flash,
Yep.
which is about to speed into cinemas.
I'm not going to go and watch The Flash.
Me neither.
That's all I should say on that.
Is it because it's got the stench of Snyder on it?
No, it's not really. It's got the stench of other
The
scumbags
stench of Ezra.
on it. Yeah, stinks of Ezra Miller.
Anyway, Andy Muschietti is the
That's
director.
the sort of thing we could get cancelled for.
Yeah, the director of The Flash. Several outlets are reporting that he will next up be directing another DC movie, and that will be the upcoming Batman: The Brave and the Bold, as part of James Gunn's first slate of DC movies.
Okay.
So, potentially a bit of continuity there from one era of DC to the next.
Yeah, sounds like it. Well, this Flash movie's got Batman in, hasn't it?
It has Batman in it.
Batman in it. Most of the trailers are just focusing on that. Ezra Miller's barely in any of the trailers, which is fine. Incidentally, the trailer for The Flash is terrible.
I also don't want to see The Flash, but I've seen really wildly ranging initial reviews as well, and I do feel like my perception is a lot of the positive ones are set up. Yeah,
This isn't going to be a good movie.
There was like word on the street in inverted commas that this was one of the best superhero movies of all time.
That happens to every superhero movie.
And now some of the initial reviews have just come through saying this thing's a fucking mess.
Yeah. It's going to be a mess. It's not going to be a good movie. I'm putting my neck on the line. Tell you that's not going to be a good movie. The trailer's terrible. There's a reveal of Michael Keaton.
Yes.
But he's already been in the trailer before the reveal comes.
Yeah.
So it's like, make that the reveal of this trailer, surely. It's terrible.
What a mess.
It's a mess. Even the trailer's a mess. Cool. Good for Andy Muschietti. I don't think it's pronounced Muschietti.
No, I'm sure it's not.
Is it like Muschietti or something?
Probably.
Any more?
This isn't news, but I know we like a list.
We love a list on this show.
Our old friends at Collider
Yep.
have ranked the greatest movies of the 1990s.
Oh, okay.
And
our era.
there's some in the 90s, there's some absolute stone cold classics.
Yeah.
I mean, should we do the top 10 and then...
Yeah, if you want.
Shall I randomly take some interesting ones and then we'll do the top 10?
Yeah, okay.
So we'll just comment as you go through, because I think they've underranked some of these, let me tell you, when we get to the top 10.
Yeah.
30, LA Confidential. Good movie.
Good movie.
Guy Pearce. Who launched him, didn't it, in Hollywood?
It did.
1997, that was.
Wow.
The 29th best movie of all the movies in the 90s. Scream.
It's low.
Do you think
It needs
so?
to be higher, definitely. Well, you know, when you think of 90s movies, I don't think of of Scream. Because it just feels timeless
Because
to
it's
me.
always been
just,
around.
it's always there. It's just been in my life.
25 is Forrest Gump.
25?
Yeah. Like multiple Oscar-winning Forrest Gump.
Surely that should be top 10.
You'd have thought maybe it would be in the top 10, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Stars Haley Joel Osment, that does.
It does.
23rd, Jurassic Park.
Wow.
Some big hitters here.
I'm interested what we're going to get in the top 10. 23rd is Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I would have had Jurassic Park top 5.
20th, The Big Lebowski.
Your favourite movie of all time?
Pretty much, I would say, yeah. Yeah. 19th.
One of my favourite movies
Fight
of all
Club.
time. Yeah. 19th.
Yeah.
Again, Fight Club's another one you don't think of as a 90s movie.
It was late, wasn't it? It was
It was
99. 17th, Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Okay. That's again.
You're already thinking, are you? What's in the top?
I
10?
am
What's in
really
the top
definitely
10?
am.
15th, The Matrix. Think of how, regardless of how everything went to shit with the rest of the Matrix films, how influential
The Matrix changed the world.
The Matrix was.
That movie
to
changed
filmmaking
everything.
and special effects and 15th.
Crazy. I mean, I can't wait to see what the top 10 is.
11th, Heat, starring our very favourite duo, Pacino and De Niro.
Wow.
So the top 10.
Couple of old pervs in Heat.
I
don't mean that.
In 10th, I always think this is a bit, for me, this is an overrated movie.
I agree. I think it's as good as
I think
people
it's
make it.
good.
There's two really good performances in it.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's not-
good. It's
it's
good.
not.
I don't think it's an all-timer.
I agree.
But in 10th place, Collider has ranked from 1991, The Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
It's no Manhunter.
It's not.
In 9. I'm okay with this being in the top 10.
Agreed.
Again, for similar reasons to The Matrix.
I'm all right with this.
An absolute trailblazer from 1995, Toy Story.
Yeah, again, changed animated movies forever.
That's 9th.
Okay.
At 8, from 1997,
I would have bet my life on this being number 1.
Titanic.
Wow. I would have.
Not the best movie. What is this a rank of? Not the best movie, but it's the highest movie of all time up until...
Yeah. I would have thought that would be number 1.
Yeah.
Personally.
7. It's too high for me.
Yep, agreed.
Great movie, but I think it's not as good as some of these we've already
Not
mentioned.
as good as Jurassic Park, which is
No.
in 23rd.
From 1998 is Saving Private Ryan
Okay.
in 7th. In 6th, good movie,
Yeah.
critically acclaimed movie for me.
But not 6.
It's not better than A Big Lebowski, and that's
No.
another movie by the same directors from
Yeah.
1996. It's Fargo.
Yeah. I'm surprised by that one.
In
What the
5th,
fuck is that?
this is a documentary.
Okay.
I haven't seen it. I am aware of its existence, so
Oh,
I can't really comment. But I'm surprised to see it 5th from 1994. Documentary Hoop Dreams.
A basketball documentary.
Yes.
And it's the 5th best movie of the 90s.
Collider says it's a phenomenally well-made documentary, possibly the best feature documentary of the entire decade, following two men over several years, with each of them aspiring to play in the NBA. I am not familiar with this movie. It is 5th.
It's nearly 3 hours long as well.
4th is Schindler's List, 1993.
Okay. Yeah, that's
It's hard to
critically-
say it's not a good...
It's critically
it's a
acclaimed,
brilliant
isn't it?
movie.
Yeah.
Okay, top 3. I'm okay. I think
I'm okay with this
being
one.
here.
Yeah.
1994, Pulp Fiction. It's the 3rd best movie of the night, is according to Collider.
It's top 10. Whether it's 3rd is a debate.
In 2nd, from the same year,
I was
The
just
Shawshank
I was
Redemption.
just thinking nobody's mentioned the Shawshank Redemption yet. Well, it's number 2.
Yeah.
I'm not going to scroll any further. I want you to tell me what's number 1.
So what is number 1? It's from 1990, right
Oh,
at the
okay.
start of the decade. I think it's an incredible movie. It's my favourite movie by this director.
Okay.
It's one of the movies that I've watched the most, and it's a movie that was in. Remember when we did our collaboration episode with Grief Burrito a couple of Christmases ago? We did
Yeah.
our favourite movies.
Yes.
This was in my list.
Okay.
Having said all that, I'm still a little bit surprised that this has been chosen as the best movie of the night.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's Goodfellas.
Okay. Yeah, it's top 10.
I think it's top 10. It's number
Might
one,
even be
number
top
one.
5.
Yeah,
Number
number
one.
one, according to Collider. That's a good top
I mean,
3.
this sort of thing's all subjective anyway. It is a great top 3, but it's hard to look past the Shawshank Redemption as the best movie of the 90s. It's been ranked at number 1 on IMDb for since IMDb's been a thing, pretty much.
Right. I mean, there's 3 Spielberg movies in there.
Yeah.
So we mentioned Jurassic Park was about 23, Saving Private Ryan 7th, and Schindler's List 4th. I'd probably reverse the order.
Yeah,
Jurassic
probably would.
Park.
Jurassic
Keep
Park,
Saving Private Ryan in the middle.
arguably, Jurassic Park's Spielberg's best ever performance.
But yeah, it's all completely subjective.
Yeah, of course it
But a really interesting list.
That is a really interesting list. Yeah, that's crazy. The fact that there's a basketball documentary at number 5 is insane, though. Better than Forrest Gump.
I think there's I'm sure it's brilliant.
Is this?
But it does feel like it's that. Let's throw a bit of a wild card in there. So
Yeah.
it's just-
Has this list been compiled by the director of this basketball? This is what he does now. He compiles lists for Collider. Good list.
That's all the news.
What's the best movie of the 1990s, Nick?
So Big Lebowski.
It's just Shawshank Redemption for me. Or maybe Fight Club at a push. Cool, good list. Any more news?
That's all the news.
Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've watched a couple of things.
It's been a while since we've recorded a wave, so
Yeah.
we've both got a few things on this list.
So I will start with the American Barbecue Showdown on Netflix.
I've also watched season 2 of the American Barbecue.
I've watched the
Showdown.
whole thing.
I've seen series 1 before, but I've now watched season 2 of that.
Well, I kind of accidentally watched the whole thing because we were away visiting relatives for a couple of nights, and we scrolling through Netflix and we're like, "Oh, that's back, American Barbecue Showdown," and my relatives were like, "Oh, I've not seen that."
So
Like,
you had to
we'll
watch
put the
season-
first series. So we watched like a couple of episodes with them, and I was like, "Oh, well, when we got back home, we'll finish the first series."
So you watched the first and the second
Yeah,
series?
like back to back.
Nice.
So the second time I watched the first series.
Thoughts?
I preferred the first series.
The first series is better, definitely.
It's still a great show, full of good characters. I felt Netflix really tried to slicken it up
Yeah.
for the second season, and it lost some of its charm.
I agree. It was still great. The talent is still incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't as good as season 1. The finale especially wasn't as good. The challenge wasn't as difficult this year. But I don't want to give any spoilers away, but by far my favourite character won, and I was very happy.
Yeah.
He was
Sure.
brilliant. They were brilliant.
It was one of the. It was a bit. I thought the quarterfinal was a bit stressful because I thought the wrong person went.
Yes, agreed.
Once the final two got to the final, it was kind. I was like, I'm happy with. You are the best two.
Yes, yeah. I
So
agree.
whatever happens, yeah. It's just it's a fun show. I'd like to see more of it. Although they replaced the presenter. What happened to old Woodrow
I
Dandruff?
don't know what
Or
happened to
whatever
Woodrow Dandruff.
Whatever he's
I
called
think that's his name.
from The Floor Is Lava.
Maybe he's too busy filming The Floor Is Lava.
Yeah, maybe.
Did she present the first series with him?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
I thought
It's
there was
totally
two
different
presenters in
There
the
was.
first.
There was.
But it wasn't either of them in the second one. Okay,
No.
interesting.
But it was the
been
same.
ages since I
It was the
watched
same
it.
judges.
Yeah, it was the same judges, but completely new presenter.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wonder why.
Don't
Wonder what happened to Woodrow Dandruff.
Probably.
That isn't his name, but I don't know what his name is. It's something like that. Good show, though. Great show.
Yeah. It's a fun watch. It's a fun watch. I've watched.
I had a barbecue the same day.
Okay. Did
And
you?
I felt like I was cheating on life.
You
I was like,
roast
I've
a pig
chucked
for 17
I've cooked
hours.
some sausages and a beef burger on this barbecue. This
Yeah.
isn't barbecue. You feel like a fraud just by lighting a gas barbecue now.
You didn't have to. Yeah.
I didn't make it out of a
Use
freezer or
hickory
a
wood
filing
or-
cabinet or anything. Didn't have to smoke any wood. Shocking.
Like 18 sides.
Yeah. Didn't
Two
do any sides,
sauces.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Sauces from Asda. It's cheating. It's not even barbecue.
Yeah, check out the
it's
American
a great
Barbecue Showdown. I've watched both series of, and this was inspired by watching Taskmaster,
Okay.
which has just come to a season 15. Has just finished on,
Yes, it has.
on Channel 4. One of the contestants on Taskmaster was Mae Martin.
Yes.
So my wife and I have watched Feel Good, which is her Netflix. Well, I think it was Channel 4 originally, and then Netflix made the second series
Okay. I didn't.
sitcom.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
it's really good.
Is it?
Like properly, really good.
I will definitely watch that. I
And-
love Mae Martin.
It's tough. It's a tough watch though.
Really?
It's funny, but it's in the feels,
Oh,
and
okay.
and she does proper. It's Mae Martin and Charlotte Ritchie,
Oh, cool. I like Charlotte Ritchie as well.
and
I didn't know that existed.
yeah, it's so the first season was done on Channel 4
Yeah.
with Netflix helping.
Right.
I think they had it internationally, and then the second series was produced and released by Netflix last year.
Cool.
So it's 6 episodes each season.
What's it called?
Feel good.
I will check that out.
It's. I don't want to give too much away. It's a really good watch. I recommend it. Go and watch Feel Good.
I will definitely go. and
I
watch
can't
Feel Good.
guarantee it will make you feel good,
Right.
but you will enjoy it.
I will definitely do that. I'm 100% up for that. I didn't know that existed. Thank you.
And then finally, I watched the first 2 episodes of Arnold Schwarzenegger's first ever TV series,
Fubar.
Fubar.
I've watched the first 4 episodes of Fubar.
Okay.
I'm not going to go back.
Oh, really? Interesting.
It lost me. I've lost interest in it.
Yeah.
And I was watching the 4th episode when I would feel like I get to the stage where I was just watching it because it was for the sake of watching it.
Sure.
and I'm like, I'm not enjoying this. There's other stuff,
Okay.
so it's not for me. But I can understand why people are enjoying it. There's some very good sequences in it. The bit on the train. Have we got to the bit on the train?
So that was going to be my point. So at the end of episode 2,
Yeah,
they're on this action sequence on the train.
yeah,
And it kind of cuts as a cliffhanger. It
Yes.
does that Netflix thing.
yeah. It does that Netflix thing.
It just ends. The episode just ends.
Yep.
And it's not a
It's not
a
natural
proper cliffhanger. It just ends and you start the next episode and the first 4 minutes of the episode 3 is the resolution of the
Yeah.
last action sequence. And that's what we did that. We watched about to go to bed. I was literally pissed off it had ended. It was like, it doesn't make sense for that episode to end there. Watched the first 4 minutes of episode 3 and then went to bed. That's yes.
Stupid.
It was
It's
my
frustrating.
big bugbear with what I've seen so far.
Question:
Yes.
Is that what they're going to do with Rebel Moon? Can you imagine if they just stopped this film? This was supposed to be one film. We're just cutting it there. Right, if you want to watch the rest, you've got to watch the next 2 hours in a week's time. That's what they'll do. They're going to do that Netflix thing.
So I've liked what I've seen so far with Fubar,
That's fair. It's
But-
very much more of a you thing than it is a me thing.
but
But Netflix are going to get in the way of it.
I've only watched 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And there's 8 episodes. And I don't know if I've seen enough story
It's
to...
a lot of episodes.
Yeah. Because
I felt like I was being filled. That's not what I wanted to say. I felt like I was watching filler for the sake of let's make 8 episodes. For the
regardless if you were getting Schofielded or not. Just...
Wow. I don't want to talk about that.
No, we're not going to...
But let's briefly talk about how it's acceptable for Bill Murray to be going out with Khalees. It's acceptable for Al Pacino to be dating a 29-year-old woman and making her pregnant. But it isn't acceptable for Philip Schofield to sleep with a 20-year-old man. But let's just leave that there.
alone. Yes, I think Fubar... Yeah, I don't want to
interested
prejudge it.
I'm going to be interested
I'll
to
let
see
you know
your
if we get
opinion on
it
the
to the
next.
end.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see your opinion on the next 2 episodes. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
I've watched
me.
4 movies
Nice.
since we last
Was
spoke.
it Rebel Moon?
No, it wasn't all of Rebel Moon. You know, there's going to be people who watch all 4 of them.
Of course I will.
Oh dear, get a life.
And you can already see the articles, like the Snyderverse campaigns on Reddit to
Yeah.
watch all 4
And then they'll want
versions.
Netflix to bolt them together so they can watch it all at once. And then they'll
So
want
you
it.
don't have to press one button.
Yeah, and then they'll want Netflix to put it in black and white and make it a silent movie or something stupid. Oh, fucking Snyder fans. Made me angry.
I knew this story would make you happy.
I've watched Air,
Okay.
which is the Michael Jordan movie.
Yes.
It's really, really good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I might.
It's-
If that's good, I might hold that for tomorrow or something.
I don't know where it is.
I think it's on Amazon.
Is it on Amazon?
I
Okay.
think so.
I couldn't
Yeah.
remember where I'd watched it. Yes, it's
The
great.
Michael Jordan movie without Michael Jordan in it.
Yeah, Michael Jordan's not in it,
Yeah,
but it's
with
all
Ben
about
Affleck.
Michael Jordan. Yes, and Matt Damon. It's good. I really enjoyed it. I was really into it. It's nearly 2 hours long. In fact, I think it's over 2 hours long. But I really got into it. And I was really fascinated by the story. I thought it was really, really interesting. And you don't realise how much money Michael Jordan has made.
Watch The Last Dance, you will.
Yeah, it's craziness. It is craziness. And how he changed the world of sport by signing one contract.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really interesting. So Ben Affleck is really good in it, and you don't say that very often. But
He
is
can
really
be
good.
though, can't he?
Yeah,
It's just he's Ben Affleck.
yeah.
And there's a lot of baggage that comes along with Ben
I
Affleck.
feel like Ben
in any movie.
Ben Affleck, when he's acting against Matt Damon, something changes in him, and it just seems to work. And it just seemed to work.
Cool.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I mentioned earlier I went to the cinema.
Yes.
I went to see The Boogeyman,
Oh,
which
right.
is the latest Stephen King adaptation.
Sure.
I say it's a Stephen King adaptation. It's not. I've read The Boogeyman
Yes.
many, many, many years ago. It's one of his first compilation. It's a Night Shift, which is a very early
Short stories.
short story compilation. It was written in the 70s. It was written in 1973.
Nice.
It's about 10 pages long. It's a really, really short story. And this adaptation isn't the same.
It can't be.
It's not. You can't adapt.
You can't
to 10,
do that, can you?
Exactly. So they've taken the ideas of the story and run with it
Mm-hmm.
and made a pretty terrible film. It's not very good.
Okay.
It's just a bit meh. It's very paint by numbers horror movie. It just didn't feel like it was doing anything. It wasn't pulling up any trees. It wasn't doing anything any different.
Got you.
It just didn't work for me. I thought everybody in it was irritating. I didn't care that
Good
this family were being attacked by this monster that lived in a wardrobe. Yeah, I just wasn't into it at all.
Fine.
I didn't. And all I could hear all the way through was your voice
Oh God.
saying, "These people are not acting like human beings behave." Because you say that quite a lot on this show.
I'm finally getting to you.
If you watch this movie, you'd say that all the way through. Nobody acts in it like a human being. This thing can only come out at night, but nobody ever turns a light on.
Right.
It can only come out in the dark. So instead of turning a light on, they light candles, which you can blow out. It's crazy.
Fine.
It's stupid.
Yeah, that'd annoy me.
Yeah, it's not a good film. And then I've watched Don't Breathe 2 came onto Netflix.
It did, yes.
And I haven't seen Don't Breathe.
Me neither.
So I'm like, well, that looks quite good. It's got a person who used to be on this, or has been on this show in the past. What's his name? Stephen somebody.
The guy from Avatar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stephen Lang.
Yeah.
It's got Stephen Lang in it. He's been on this show before. He was in VFW a few years ago. The first one I watched last Saturday night, I think.
Okay.
And I very much enjoyed it. Do you know the premise?
Vaguely.
It's a home invasion movie.
Yeah.
Stephen Lang plays a blind Navy SEAL.
That's right. Yeah, I do remember the trailers and stuff.
I really enjoyed the first one until about the last 20 minutes when it goes fucking batshit crazy. There's all sorts of weird shit going on and it completely loses itself up its own arse. But then it ends quite well. So there's a really weird segment in the middle. But overall, Don't Breathe 1 is a good film.
Okay.
Then I watched Don't Breathe 2.
Right.
And I'm not sure what I was watching because it isn't a sequel and it isn't a prequel.
Okay.
But it doesn't never explain what it actually is.
Okay.
What it is, I think it's set in an alternate universe where Don't Breathe 1 doesn't exist and this character's slightly different.
How strange.
Yeah, because the first one is all about him wanting to have a daughter.
Sure.
And the second one, he has a daughter. But a lot of time passes in the second one. 8 years passes in the second one.
Okay.
So there's no time for the first one to have happened. Now, I might be just completely being insane here and have missed something. But it doesn't make any sense. The two stories don't work together.
Okay.
But they're both... And it's like a remake of the first one.
Okay.
But it goes much more batshit than the first one. And in the first one, he's an antagonist. He's a protagonist. What's the good one? He's the good guy. He's the good guy who turns bad guy and then turns good guy again.
Okay.
Whereas in the second one, he's just good guy all the way through, and he hasn't got this angle of like he's also quite a bad guy.
Okay.
It makes no
This
sense.
sounds really weird.
It's really weird. I didn't like the second one.
Okay.
Because it makes no sense. It just doesn't follow the story of the first one at all. It's bizarre. And I think that's all I've been watching.
Yeah, it sounds like you've had an interesting time.
I have had an interesting time. James May's got a new cooking show. It's not a new cooking show. It's season 2 of his cooking show on Amazon Prime.
Right.
That's quite good. It's quite funny. I've watched a few episodes of that as well. It's called Oh Cook. Yeah, that was all right. It's good, quite a fun show. He can't cook, and he's got a cooking show.
Well, it writes itself, doesn't it?
Right, we're going really long on this episode. I thought we'd have a struggle, but we're not. We're just rabbiting on. Shall we do what we got
This
next?
is all quality content.
Yeah, quality rabbiting.
So, I've got a game. Should we do a
Do
game?
you want to do a game?
Let's do a game. And the game is related to the movie we are going to talk about on Thursday.
Okay.
The movie we're going to talk about is Sweet Girl.
It is indeed.
It's an action flick starring Jason Momoa. I nearly said Aquaman and Dora the Explorer, which is
exactly what it
factually
is.
correct.
Factually correct.
But yeah, Jason Momoa. So I want to play a game about Jason Momoa.
Cool.
I have called it Momoa or Nonoa.
Okay.
Because it's a while since we've done a game centered on an individual.
Yes, that's true.
I've got some facts. I've got 5 facts.
About Jason Momoa.
But they're not all true.
Ooh.
And I will...
It's a traditional Nick game. I
I
haven't played a traditional Nick game for ages.
I will give you the facts. You tell me, are they true, Momoa, or false, Nonoa?
Noah. Why has Momoa never played Noah? That'd be a great,
Yeah.
great character for him.
And-
Hench Noah.
Because this guy's pretty interesting.
He is. He's a funny guy.
So let's just get straight in there.
I'm up for it. Let's do it.
Aquaman and Superman were on the same soccer team because Jason Momoa went to the same high school and was indeed a teammate of Brandon Routh.
Interesting. Do ages match up there? Yes, probably. Jason Momoa playing soccer is a big guy. Has he always been a big guy? Brandon Routh's also a big guy. I'm thinking out loud here. They maybe went to school together, but I can't see them playing soccer. Noah.
It is Momoa.
Oh, really?
They were teammates for 2 years on the Norwalk High School soccer team.
Who knew?
There you go.
Wow. Who would have thought that? That's crazy.
It is.
2 superheroes in one football team.
Jason Momoa is a qualified crystal healing practitioner.
That's entirely possible. He strikes me as a spiritual kind of guy. Yes, Momoa.
It's Noah.
Oh, no.
Ah, you're falling into my trap.
Got into my own head.
Because he looks like a crystals
He does.
guy.
He looks
doesn't
like
he?
a spiritual crystal-y type of dude. Oh, no.
Despite only being 9 years older than her, Jason Momoa was stepfather to Zoe Kravitz.
As in Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
Yes, the actress Zoe Kravitz and daughter of Lenny Kravitz.
So Lenny Kravitz is the father and Momoa's the stepfather. This is what you're telling me here.
That is the question.
And they've shared a lady.
Shared a lady.
Have
I don't think they
Lenny
shared
Kravitz and
that.
Momoa
That is you can't accuse.
been with the same lady? Who do we know? Noah.
It is Momoa.
Oh my god, I'm terrible at this.
Jason Momoa was married until last year to Lisa Bonet, who was previously married to Lenny Kravitz.
Wow.
Momoa is 43. Zoe Kravitz is 34.
Wow.
He was her
Stepdad.
father. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, you can still get a couple.
I'm doing very badly.
Jason Momoa has never had a haircut.
That's not possibly true. Noah.
Correct.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
He actually used to have dreadlocks.
Did he?
And he had to have them cut off because they were giving him headaches.
Yeah, that happens with dreadlocks.
So.
Not that I'm talking from experience, but
yeah, remember.
I've heard
remember
this
when it
before.
happens to yours. Okay, well, you've got one. That's good. Final one. Jason Momoa has a side hustle working for the UN.
Right. What does he do for the UN? I feel like if Aquaman worked for the UN, that would be news. Noah.
Well, you need to keep up with the
my
news
goodness.
because since June of 2022, Jason Momoa has been the UN's Environment Programme advocate for life below water. He's actually Aquaman.
being Aquaman in real life now.
Yeah.
Who knew that? Good for that's an appointment not on merit. Is
Of
it?
course it is. Aquaman's a big thing. Give him a ambassadorial role in the United Nations. I don't think he's going around like unhooking turtles from.
Did you see that video of them
Panlids,
unhooking that whale from the shark nets in
Yes.
Sydney Harbour the other day?
Yeah.
That was really interesting.
Yeah, where was he there?
Yeah, well, he could have easily done that. That might be my worst ever performance in one of your games. I only got one.
Well, look, not everyone knows everything about Jason Momoa.
It turns out I
Interesting
know
guy.
barely anything about Jason Momoa.
But for more Jason Momoa talk, come back Thursday.
Yeah.
We talk about Sweet Girl, the second movie episode of season 9 of Bottom of
I think
the
it's
Screen.
fair to say that we've both got quite a bit of a man crush on Jason Momoa.
He's a guy.
We've talked about him quite a lot this week over text. We like Jason Momoa. Cool. Real talk.
Oh, yeah, we got to do a real
We've got
talk.
to do a real talk.
So, real talk is back.
It is. We
well-
haven't done one for ages.
What was the topic this week?
The topic this week was which movie location would you like to spend your summer holidays in, or something along those lines.
That's absolutely fine.
Cool.
Have you got the Twitter?
Yes. We had one response on the Twitter from a friend of the show, Alex. It's a GIF, and it's of Wallace from Wallace and Gromit.
Does that mean he wants to go
This is what I don't know.
to, like, Nick Park Animation Land and just live in the Wallace and Gromit world, or does it specifically mean he wants to go to the moon? Because it's the gif of Gromit going, the moon's made of cheese.
It's the gif of Wallace going, we'll go somewhere where there's
Wallace,
cheese.
yeah.
Well, somewhere. So either Alex wants to go somewhere where there's cheese,
Yeah.
or he wants to be in a Nick Park animation,
Or to the moon.
or to the moon.
Right. So we're none the wiser.
No.
Okay, fine. But
I'd also like to go somewhere where there's cheese, though,
oh, yes.
which potentially is just Asda.
It'd be
It's a great gift, though.
It'd be a boring holiday. To Asda, I mean.
Yes.
Wayne in a Discord says, I would like to go to Zootropolis,
Good
also
shout.
known as Zootopia, depending on which side of the Atlantic you're on. He says, especially if it was for my full 6-week summer holidays. I think there would be loads of different places to visit, loads to do for the full holiday.
Why does he get 6 weeks summer holiday?
I don't know, he thinks he's
still at school, doesn't he?
child.
Listen up, Wayne. You've not had 6 weeks summer holiday for a long time. Yeah, it's a cool place to want to go, though.
It would be great to visit there.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Are there any humans there?
I've not seen it for a while, but no, I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
So
I've only seen it once.
You'd probably be arrested and thrown in prison.
Yeah.
In an awful,
Put in a human zoo.
awful sequel to Zootropolis. So, Ross Cook in the Discord has given us 5 options.
Of course he has. Why wouldn't he?
I'm going to pretend these are in order of preference.
Okay,
So I'll go 5 to 1
go for it.
because why not? Astoria from the Goonies,
Great
a
answer.
lovely location. I would get to find some rich stuff
Yeah,
if it's not all been pillaged already.
it would have been one of my answers, I think.
The Matrix, so I can jump well high and learn loads of new skills.
Just buy a VR headset.
The Folsom Paradise spaceship from The Fifth Element. I want to catch one of those blue alien opera shows.
Yeah,
You would have to watch Chris Rock MC the whole gig.
would, yeah.
Not Chris Rock, the other one, Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker. He's in Air.
Is he?
Yes.
I've not seen Chris Tucker in anything
No.
for ages.
Not me. You wouldn't recognise him now. He looks very different.
Wakanda.
Wakanda's a good answer.
That is a good answer.
Why would you not want to go to Wakanda?
But his top choice, the Starship Enterprise, because I get to go to space, try the holodeck, and meet cool guys.
Cool guys. What makes him think cool guys would want to meet him?
That's very true. I'm not sure if he means like Captain Kirk Enterprise or old Jean-Luc Picard. Maybe he's not.
Just do it both. Go twice.
Well, fine.
2 summers in a row.
There may be more enterprises that I'm not familiar with. I don't.
Maybe.
I'm not very good with
No,
Star Trek.
not me.
Stopped watching after Darth Vader died. So
I'll start watching when Zack Snyder got involved. Good answers. I think Wakanda's the best one out of those. Oh, no, Astoria. I'd like to go to Astoria.
Okay. Sam Mulholland
Yeah,
has got 2 answers.
of course he has.
It's absolute chaos in the Discord.
It is.
Now, just because Real Talk's been off for a few weeks, everyone's taking
I
absolute
feel like we need
liberties.
to employ some mods or something.
His first answer is Richmond from Ted Lasso.
Not a movie, not allowed. Next.
It's also,
Incidentally, the finale of Ted Lasso was
it's
brilliant.
also a real place.
It is also,
a
yeah, you could
fictionalised
go
version
to
of-
Richmond whenever you want to. The season 3 of finale, season 3 of Ted Lasso, I have my issues with.
Yeah.
The finale was brilliant.
A nice.
That's my official word on it, and I
End.
will not be taken any further.
Okay.
But yeah, you're not allowed that one.
Sam Mulholland's
Is it
other
picked a
answer
movie?
then is The Shire.
From Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, to hang out with hobbits.
Good shout.
I mean, that party at the start of
Yeah, it would be an amazing
Fellowship
night.
of the Ring is
Just to see those fireworks.
yeah,
Be brilliant.
fantastic.
I mean, it's not always a happy place. But
Also, fact about Sam Mulholland, he's got really hairy feet, so
Yes.
it would fit in.
true, I've
very
heard that.
well.
I've heard that. Because he's from the south.
Mrs. Ross Cook Cat says the Hocus Pocus version of Salem.
Not the Stephen King version of Salem. That would be bad. Cool, yeah, good shout.
I think.
Is that it?
Oh, we have got another vote for the Shire from Smileyton
Good shout.
as well. So, yes, I think that's about it in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. I struggled with this,
Okay.
but I think I'd quite like to do the walk from Stand By Me.
All right. Yeah.
I'd quite like to
The old
to
sort
go
of
do that nice-
endless summers down the
Yeah,
down the
walking
train
through-
train tracks. And,
walking through like the main countryside, and
yeah.
I'd like to do that. But I think my official answer is one of the best movies we've ever done on this show.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
SPF 18.
Yeah.
I'd just like to go and live in Keanu Reeves' Malibu Beach.
Oh,
mansion.
that's a great shout. With his disco ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Great little mansion that he lives in on the beach in Malibu, according to this movie. Great movie, by the way. Yeah, so I want to go to there, please.
Okay, fine.
Thanks.
Fine. I'm going to go really shallow.
Okay.
And I could go to all these off-world amazing places,
Yeah.
but I would just like to please go to the Hawaiian resort that Peter goes to in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah. You can go there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a thing. I think it's called Turtle something. Good shout.
But I want to go there and just be in the background of that movie while all that shenanigans are happening. Because
You get to meet Russell Brand.
I don't even need to meet him. I just be
cool to meet
hoiking
him,
around in the. Yeah. Would it? I don't know. He's a bit. Isn't he gone a bit?
I still love him.
Off-piste.
I still think he's great. He was on we listened to some shit radio station at work, and he was being interviewed on that the other day. It's after West Ham won that trophy.
Okay, yeah.
And he was still very entertaining. He's an entertaining guy.
Yeah.
He has some interesting views on the world, but
Yeah.
he's an interesting guy. I've just thought of another one.
Okay.
The Oasis from Ready Player One.
Nice. Yeah.
I'd like to go there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Like-
it's better in the book.
Yeah, maybe. Let me go to the book version.
No, you can't. It's
okay.
not allowed.
Oh yeah,
No, it's good
breaking
shout.
my own rules.
I mean, it's very similar to The Matrix, though, isn't it?
It's less dangerous.
Yeah, fair dues.
Why we've had VR now for quite a few years.
Mm.
It's been a thing. Why is there not an Oasis yet?
Yeah.
Can we have one, please?
Yeah, it feels like it's time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get on
Thanks, mate.
that. There's some really good shouts now. I think The Goonies is a great shout. Stand By Me. Any of those sort of endless summer 80s films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did think maybe the Overlook Hotel, but not when it's like in season. When it's open and there's people living there.
Okay.
Be quite nice to stay in.
Yeah.
But again, I could do that if I wanted. If I had the inclination to go to wherever it is.
Yeah, that's true. Cool. Good
Good.
real talk.
Good wave.
Back. It's back. We're back.
We're back.
The format's
We're back on the format's back. We've got a format for the show. We're back on our usual rotations of Mondays and Thursdays. We're not going anywhere now for a while, are we?
No.
All holidays done.
Got loads of movies to watch, haven't we?
Shitloads of movies to watch. Another 23 in this season to do.
Yeah.
And we've got Sweet Girl to go and talk about now.
We have.
So, Sweet Girl is a 2021 movie
Yes.
set in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And Jason Momoa's in it.
He
and
is.
we're going to go and record an episode on it
We are.
right now. And you can hear that episode on Thursday if you come back to this very podcast feed.
See you then. Cheers.
Goodbye.